Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I would like to discuss some thoughts that I had, as well as review some trade activity that we had in the account in building the MSTR put warehouse. We're in the building of the put warehouse stage. We want to get that warehouse built up, so that will enable us to sell some at-the-money weekly MSTR puts aggressively to make some profit, to make some real money. So we'll see how that looks. Like we got off to a little bit of a good start so far, and we'll be reviewing that in this video. This is a price graph of the MSTR stock. This is 6 months of price action. You can see how volatile MSTR can be. The blue arrows indicate where in price and time space that I sold my initial 3 short puts for each of the tranches of the put warehouse. You can see I sold 3, I think it was September 25th I sold 3. The next day I turned around and sold 3 more. And then the MSTR price started advancing nicely. So I was confident and made a mistake and sold 6. It was really a mistake. I wouldn't do it again. I sold 6 more puts in early October, October 11th. The price was moving in my favor, and I was feeling confident, and I was rushing to get this thing built. So I went ahead and sold 6, making me short 12 MSTR puts. Generally, 3 things determine the put price and how they decay. One being time, and we know time only moves in one direction. So as time goes by, puts generally lose value. Secondly is the price. As the price of the security moves up, the put price will go down, generally go down, because it's moving away from the strike price. But the third thing is the volatility, the implied volatility, or what the traders and people who trade it, the volatility that they ascribe to the underlying. And if that volatility stays high, the puts will not decay in price. And I'm afraid that's what happened here, because as time was going by and as that stock was advancing, my puts were still not decaying in price to the point where I could buy them back at my goal, at my target. If you would have shown me this graph, I would have said, oh, easily, it's going up, time's going by, price is moving up aggressively, I'll be able to cover easily. But no, I didn't account for the fact that MSTR, MicroStrategy, is announcing earnings October 30th, and usually the implied volatility stays high going into those earnings reports. So I didn't account for that, and that was, again, that was my mistake. What you see here is this morning, I was finally able to get my 5, my purchases of the 2x5 puts on my short tranches. This morning, you could see it happen moments after the market opened at 9:30. I was able to buy back 5 of the January 75 puts and also buy back 5 of the January 77 puts at my target price. I immediately turned around, minutes later, and sold 6 of the February 87 puts. So that was the 120 days to expiration, approximately 4 delta puts. I was able to sell those for $310 each. So I'm back down to being short, where I was short 12 puts, 12 naked puts I was short. You can see from the previous video, I bought 10 puts this morning, sold 6 more. So now I'm only short 8 puts. So that's a significantly less risk, still growing the put warehouse. And that's how I want to proceed. But I won't be getting ahead of myself anymore. I'm not going to put on a third tranche, an additional tranche, until I do get the purchase on covering my shorts. Let's see here. Yeah, I was able to buy back those 5 for less money than I sold the original 3 for. So I think I'll have a chart showing that. What you see here is the risk graph showing my current position. You can see that I'm long the 2 January 75s, I'm long 2 of the 77s, and you can see this risk graph. It's still showing risk down to the left, but much less so than the risk graph that I displayed on the previous video where I was short 12 puts. This is much more tolerable. We'll get that left tail lifting up as we accumulate puts over time. We'll get that left tail to lift. And then we'll be able to sell the at-the-money puts aggressively. The 1 week at-the-money puts to make some money. Just takes time. We have to be patient building that left tail out. Here's a table that I use to keep track of my trades, what's coming and going, what I paid, when I paid it, and you can see the expiration date in the first column there, the date I initiated the trade, and how many I sold, when I was able to complete that tranche. I like to keep track of how many days it took to complete each tranche. I've had some experience with this type of strategy before, and my experience is that it should come out to be about 28, 29, 30 days. And then with knowing that, you can kind of figure how long it's going to take to get what size of a structure, like how long it's going to take to accumulate a certain number of long puts. But we have to take what the market gives us. So, you know, I like to keep track of that and monitor that. I keep track of how much premium I collected when I sold the initial 3 or the initial, group, and then what I spent to buy back the larger quantity. And I keep track of that here. But you can see in column M at the bottom, I like to keep track of what my current position is, what is my net put position for this structure. I also obviously keep close tabs on that in that analyze page that I showed you earlier from my broker. That analyze page helps me keep track of how much risk I have and how many puts I'm long or short at any one time. This process, you can see, it's going to take a long time. I mean, this is a really boring process. It's going to be just boring and hard to watch probably sometimes, but when it really gets up there, it's going to make us some money. And what I've learned through trading for a long time is if you're having fun making money, you're doing it wrong. Like when done properly, making profit is usually very boring. So I'm ready for that. I'm used to that already. And this final disclaimer, I just want to point out here that this video, my channel, is for entertainment purposes only. And just pause your video player and read this. And I look forward to posting again, a couple days hopefully, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.